A very fresh morning to one and all present here. Myself Zainab Kagdi from Atmiya Green School, Jaleshwar, Bharuch. We are back with English subject for class ninth. That is, we'll discuss one more lesson for our periodic test 2 revision. So, I request you to open up your Beehive textbook. We have already discussed and we have already revised the poem that is Rain on the Roof, written by Coates Kinney. So now we'll move up to unit number 4, A Truly Beautiful Mind. That is on your page number 46. I'll repeat the syllabus which is going to come in your examination for your periodic test 2. That is The Roads on the Roof, Unit 4, A Truly Beautiful Mind. Number fifth one, A Legend of the Northland by Phoebe Carey. And number 6, My Childhood by APJ Abdul Kalam. So these 4 lessons, these 3 lessons and 1 poem is going to, 2 poems and 2 lessons are going to come in your periodic test too. And one from the Moments book, correct? So it's time to revise this lesson. I hope you already have learned this lesson. We'll have a quick revision of whatever you have learned till now so that you can recall the whole lesson. First of all, we'll begin with the summary of A Truly Beautiful Mind. Okay, so A Truly Beautiful Mind summary. This chapter is about Albert Einstein. We already know who is Albert Einstein. I'll show you a short presentation on the life of Albert Einstein. But before that, let us review what we have learned from the lesson. The title of the chapter, A Truly Beautiful Mind, refers to Albert Einstein as he was a great scientist. Everybody knows him. Albert Einstein was a great scientist and he is popular in the whole world because of his new inventions. Moreover, this chapter is a short biography of his, where they highlight some of his qualities. Also, the chapter shows Albert Einstein's interest in mathematics and physics and his ordinary human attribute. So he had a keen interest in mathematics and physics, but he had no interest in other subject. In rest of the subject, he found less interest. So this shows that how he was very much interested in these two particular subjects, and we'll discuss about his ordinary human attribute. What as a human being, what special quality he has. Okay. However, the title "A Truly Beautiful Mind" may let you wonder how a scientist mind can be beautiful. It is because in these lessons we got to know about another aspect of his life. His entire side that he believes in humanity, he believes in peace. Moreover, he advocates world peace, non-violence his entire life. That's why the title refers to him as a truly beautiful mind. So this truly beautiful mind title is given to the mind of Albert Einstein. Okay. On 14th March 1879, Albert Einstein was born in the Germany city of Ulm. Until the age of 2.5 years, he could not speak. But now, as we see that the very young kids at the very young age they start speaking, correct, and they start doing the activity. But he was 2.5 years old and he did not speak at all. He could not speak. And when he began speaking, then he spoke every word twice. In childhood, his playmate considers him to be boring. His mother also thought he was crazy because of the abnormally large size of his head. So his head was not just large but it was abnormally large. If you have seen, I'll show you the picture of Einstein. So his mother also thought that he is crazy, and his classmates used to think that his playmate used to think that he is very boring to play with. Talking about the school, the headmaster of his school regards him as stupid and good for nothing creature. But then he proved all of them wrong. When he was 6, on his mother's insistence, he learned to play the violin and became a skillful violinist. His family shifted to Munich when he was 15 years old. But there he feels uncomfortable with the strict discipline of the school, so he left it. So here, when he was 6, his mother asked him to. His mother made him to learn to play violin, and he became a very skillful violinist. Then they shifted to Munich when he was only 15 years old. But in that school, he felt very uncomfortable because of very strict discipline. Now, the strict discipline doesn't mean that whenever you want to come, you can come. Whenever you want to go, you want to go. That kind of attitude a student must have. That is why he didn't like this strict discipline. But he didn't like this school because they did not invited new ideas and new innovative ideas. There they used to follow the monotonous routine, and they did not like new ideas and new changes, and that is why he did not like this strict discipline. Okay, doesn't mean that he loved the school where he can come at any time and go at any time. That is not a strict discipline. That is a discipline, self discipline, which is like regulated by each school. But yours, he did not like the school because his ideas and his innovative ways were not welcome. They always followed the strict monotonous routine. He left that school. After his schooling, he gets admission in the University of Zurich because the atmosphere in the university was more liberal and they accept new ideas and concepts. So now he loved this college because the atmosphere in the university was very much liberal and they accepted new ideas and concepts. Besides, he has more interest in physics and mathematics. At the university, he met a fellow student, Mileva Marek. She was equally clever and intelligent. Afterwards, they married and had 2 sons, but unluckily, their marriage didn't last and they split in 1919. Subsequently, after finishing his education, Albert worked as a technical expert in the patent office at Bern. Also, there he secretly worked on his ideas on relativity. So this relativity concept is given and is invented by Albert Einstein. So there he worked in the office at Bern, and there he secretly worked on his ideas on relativity. He put out his paper on the special theory of relativity, which follows by the world popular equation E equals mc square. In addition, he publicizes his paper on general theory of relativity in the year 1915. This gave an absolutely new definition to the concept of gravity. Also, this theory makes him a famous figure. So, because of this theory of relativity, he became very popular and famous worldwide. Now, during the solar eclipse of 1919, his theory came out as accurate and changed physics. So, he gave such a concept and such new innovative idea that it changed the history of physics, and his idea came out very accurate. When Nazi came to power in Germany, he immigrated to the USA. Why he immigrated to the USA? Because he does so because he did not want his research and findings to be used for destruction. So now these Nazi people who came to power in Germany, so he migrated to USA because if he stayed in the Germany, what would happen? His ideas and his research and findings would be used for destruction. Further, when Germany discovered the principle of nuclear fission in 1938, he was the first person to write to the American president about the dangers of atomic bombs. As we have already heard about this bomb visports, that is, there are two bombarded on the Hiroshima, it's written here. Moreover, in 1945, when America threw down the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he was deeply hurt. So he immigrated from the Germany to the USA just because of Nazi, because he did not want his research and findings to be used for destruction. But here, America threw these two bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and he was deeply hurt because these two atomic bombs had a very vast effect. And still, generations after generations, they are taking birth as paralyzed, and they're suffering from many physical diseases and physical disorders, mental disorders. Also, he writes a letter to the United Nations for the formation of a world government so that it can prevent recurrence of such destruction. So he wrote this letter so that this kind of destruction does not occur again. In last days, he spent most of it in politics, advocating world peace and democracy. The great scientist died at the age of 76 in the year 1955. So this was a story of Albert Einstein. Now we'll have a short presentation of Albert Einstein. Okay, so this is the figure of Albert Einstein. He was born in the year 1879 and he died in the year 1955. Now let us have a recap of this lesson. So here we have a young man. His name is Albert Einstein. He loves to sport a walrus mustache. You can see in the picture his mustache. And he plays the violin as he learned it, and he became a very skillful violinist. We see that in the summary part. Studied to earn a diploma in teaching mathematics and physics from a university in Zurich. He has a liberal attitude towards life. Okay. Here he liked his classmate, the Serbian Mileva Maric. You can see in the picture Mileva Maric. He found her to be very clever, that means as clever as he was. So they were married from 1903 to 1919, much against his mother's wishes. So his mother did not wish Mileva marriage because she thought that they were both very much alike. His mother thought she was too old for him and was as intelligent as him. So she thought that she was too old for because she was classmate, okay, and she thought she was too old for him and was as intelligent as him. Letters written between Mileva Maric and Einstein, a mixture of science and tenderness. This photo shows the letters which Albert Einstein and Mileva Maric had wrote for each other. Okay. At Born in 1902, technical expert in a patent office. As you can see in the picture, Albert Einstein, he used to work in the office and he secretly worked for his theory of relativity. Along with assessing with other people's inventions, Albert Einstein started developing his own theory and ideas in secret. His partner in his research was none other than his wife, Mileva Maric. He called his desk drawer his Bureau of Theoretical Physics. In 1905 came his magnum opus work of genius, that is special theory of relativity. The relativity, the special and the general theory, E equals mc square. Now, what does this theory states? That the time and distance are not absolute. That is E, that means energy equals mass and 2 and c square, that is speed of light, means squared speed of light which is constant. So E equals mc square. So this was the special theory of relativity given by Albert Einstein. Einstein had a good sense of humor, and explaining his theory, he once said that when you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second, and when you sit on a red hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. So that's a relativity. So he had a good sense of humor. He taught the very important concepts by very basic language and very basic um, ordinary concepts. Einstein had two sons with Mileva married. You can see in the picture he's having two sons, and in the middle there is this Mileva married. But his marriage didn't last, and the couple got divorced in the year 1919. Okay, so this was about Albert Einstein and about this lesson, A Truly Beautiful Mind. I hope you understood this lesson. Now, in order to study in detail, I'll provide you one video. So enjoy this video, watch this video carefully to understand each and every part of the lesson, and the questions will be asked from whatever we have learned in this revision portion. So kindly pay attention to the video sent to you, and now enjoy this video.
Throughout human history, learned men such as Kepler, Copernicus, Galileo, and Newton have tried to explain the workings of the universe. But another great figure in this line is about
the people's scientist. Not only was he quirky, he was a rebellious, fun, and kind-hearted man who touched many lives during his time on Earth. Here, we'll take a dive into his interesting, semi-troubled youth, to his discovery of some of the most famous equations and theories in science and mathematics. This is the incredible life of Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in German city of Ulm. His mother thought he was a freak since his head was too large. It is said that the story of Einstein's brilliance started when he was just 4 years of age. His father had given him a magnetic pocket compass to play with. He became so obsessed with the way that the needle seemed to move around as if by magic. It is believed that that was the event from where Einstein's deep passion for physics originated. He enjoyed spending time in solitude or playing mechanical toys, learning math and science. Since he did not enjoy the company of his friends, they called him Brother Boring. He was not at all a favorite student either. Once his headmaster told his father that Einstein would never make success in his life. Einstein started playing violin for his mother and stayed with him throughout his lifetime. Although he wasn't popular among friends and teachers, he scored good marks in almost every subject. He was, however, a rebel as a child, and because he did not like school's regimentation, he often ended up clashing with his teachers. He left the school at the age of 15 and joined a school in German-speaking Switzerland, which, according to him, was much more liberal than his old school in Munich. Because of his interest in physics and maths, he decided to study at the university in Zurich, where he met and fell in love with a fellow student, Mileva Maric, a young soul whom he found to be a clever creature. He wasn't lucky to get a job soon after completion of his studies. In 1900, at the age of 21, he was a university graduate but unemployed. In 1902, he finally secured a job as a technical expert in the patent office in Bern. There, he was supposed to assess other people's invention, but instead of doing so, he sat in his office desk developing his own ideas in secret. He is said to have jokingly called his desk drawer at work the Bureau of Theoretical Physics. Among his many works, one of his famous was Special Theory of Relativity, according to which time and distance are not absolute. From this followed the world's most famous formula, which describes the relationship between mass and energy. E equals to mc square. E stands for energy, m for mass, and c for speed of light in a vacuum. His mother disapproved of Einstein's relation with Mileva for two reasons. The first being, Mileva was 3 years elder to Einstein. The second, she was highly intellectual. However, in spite of all these, they finally got married in January 1903. But soon their relation could not stand the test of time. And Mileva realized that being a housewife, or homemaker as they call it now, was somewhat dissatisfying, and she felt she was losing herself in the process. They soon ended their relation and got divorced in the year 1919. Life moved on too early for him, as he married his cousin Elsa in the same year. In 1915, he had published his General Theory of Relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. It brought him fame and respect along with honors and invitations from all over the world. The newspapers proclaimed his work as a scientific revolution, and in the year 1921, he was accorded with the Nobel Prize for Physics.
Between 1905 and 1915, Einstein developed the theory of general relativity. He imagined the three dimensions of space and the dimension of time together as a kind of fabric surrounding us, shaped by the presence of celestial bodies. He called it space-time. Imagine the sun as a heavy bowling ball placed in the middle of a trampoline. The ball makes the surface of the trampoline dip, right? This curvature is what we feel as gravity. So for Einstein, the Earth and the other planets remain in orbit not because the sun attracts them, but because the sun is such a massive star that other celestial bodies follow the curve it generates in the space-time fabric. Now, gravity is no longer considered a force of attraction between two bodies, as Newton thought. It is an effect of the space-time curvature on bodies. So according to Einstein, what would happen if the sun disappeared? His theory says this disturbance in space-time would form a gravitational wave that would travel to the planets at exactly the speed of light. That means we would see the sun go dark at the same time as the Earth changes its orbit. In other words, what Einstein demonstrated is that until then, we had been seeing the universe in the wrong way. The general relativity theory turned Einstein into a world celebrity. Because of him, science and our imagination could fly high.
Einstein, being a Jew, emigrated to America when Nazis came to power in Germany in the year 1933. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had America in an uproar. People were afraid that Nazis would build and use atom bomb. Einstein was worried, and so he wrote a letter to the then American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned about the repercussions of atomic bombs. However, it did not fail to have any effect. Instead, the Americans built an atomic bomb in secret, dropped it on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on 6th and 9th August 1945, wiping out 90% of the city. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of destruction. He blamed himself for it. This got him more involved in politics, agitating for an end to arms buildup, and he used his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy. He charged money for his autograph and donated it to charity. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76 in Princeton, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific